Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then hello, and if you've been here before, then welcome back. So today I am going to be doing the 50 random questions nobody seems to ask tag. I've seen a couple of these videos, but the 50 random questions to get to know me, I guess this is kind of similar, but they're questions that people don't tend to ask us YouTubers or just ask us in general. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So all I did was go into Google and type in 50 random questions that nobody asks, and I just clicked on the first one that came up, and these are the questions that were on there. So we're going to go through and answer them. Some of them will probably just be really short answers because obviously I don't want this video to be too long, but I just thought it'd be a really fun idea to do. So the first question is, what's your favourite candle scent? So it kind of depends what time of the year, but I definitely prefer sort of sweeter scents. My favourite one is probably the cinnamon or the spiced apple scent. They're the two of my sort of favourite scents, but that's more sort of winter time. Other than that, I don't really tend to use candles during the summer. It generally just is in the winter time, so I do like those sort of wintry scents. The next question is, what female celeb do you wish was your sister? I've never really thought about this before, but I probably have to go with Rebel Wilson, just because she's so funny, and to have a sister like that would just be so cool because she is just so funny and has literally no filter whatsoever. So that I'd probably say Rebel, yeah. The next question is, what male celeb do you wish was your brother? Again, I probably have to go with like someone who is quite funny, and I don't know, this is kind of difficult, but off the top of my head I'd probably say James Corden, just because again he is really funny. The next question is, how old do you think you'll be when you get married? I don't think I can answer that. I really don't. I used to have a 5-year plan of when I wanted to get married, and I wanted to be married by the time that I was 25. However, I'm 24 this year, so that means getting married in a year's time, and that's just not going to happen. So I'm probably going to say sort of like late 20s, maybe 30s at a push. But I can't really answer that one. Do you know a hoarder? Nope, can't say that I do. Can you do the splits? I used to be able to, because I used to be a dancer, obviously. But obviously since after having summer, obviously your body changes. So no, I can't. I could probably retrain myself to do it and probably do it quite easily, but I'm just too lazy for that. I don't really need to learn how to do the splits again. So the answer to that question is no, currently not. How old were you when you learnt to ride a bike? I think I might have been about 6, maybe 7. I remember it vaguely, but not really that well. I think I was about 6 or 7. I was quite old. Can you even say that's old to learn to ride a bike? I don't know, but I think I was about 6 or 7. The next question is, can you swim? Yes, I can. I'm quite a strong swimmer actually, which is always good. How many countries have you been to? I have been to, let's have a look, Spain. I've been quite a few times to Spain. Turkey, Greece. I can't think of any more off the top of my head. I think that's sort of the main ones, because obviously I travel a lot in Spain. I go to different places in Spain. So yeah, three roughly, I think. 3 different ones anyway. The next question. Is anyone in your family in the army? Close family and not extended family, no. Definitely not in the close family. Do you like the ocean? In pictures, yes, it looks beautiful. However, me personally, I do not. I actually have a fear of the ocean just because it's so unknown. In my head, it is such an unknown. If I can't see the bottom and I can't see that it's clear, I will not go in. Like, absolutely, there's not a chance that you'll get me in. I hate seaweed. I hate fish. And I just hate like the deepness of the ocean and the seas and things like that. So no, I do not. What would you name your son if you had one? This is something I haven't really thought about, just because one, I already have a daughter. Two, I don't really plan on having any more yet. So it's not something that I've really thought about. But when I was pregnant with Summer, and obviously I didn't know that she was a girl because obviously we didn't find out what we were having. Obviously we had to weigh up both sides, boy and girl. And I think we had names like Noah, Bentley I think was a choice. I can't really remember because it was such a long time ago. But I think the names will kind of change if and when I have another child. So whether that would be them now, probably not. But they were definitely something that was thrown out there. So what was the worst grade I'd got in a test? I think it was probably a D. I don't think I always tried my best. And I think like the lowest one that I got was a D, especially in maths. What was your favourite TV show when you were a kid? I had quite a few that I really liked watching, especially coming home from school. But the one that I definitely remember a lot was Arthur. This was on, I can't remember whether it was on CITV or whether it was on CBBC. I got a feeling it was CBBC. But I always remember coming in from school and that would be the first port of call. Go get snacks and then go watch Arthur, because it was just one of my favourite ones when I was a kid. Don't think they actually play it anymore. I'm not too sure, but that was definitely one of my favourite ones when I was a kid. What did you dress up for Halloween when you were 8? I can't actually think that far back, but I always remember if we never got an outfit, Mum would pull out the black bin bags and you would use it as a cape. And I remember, I think around that time, I wanted to be a witch, so I don't know whether you can remember. I will try and insert a picture of them, but the plastic like fingers that you stick on, which had the really long red nails on the end, they were my port of call when we didn't have an outfit, so it'd be a bin bag and those. So yeah, that's probably what I was wearing when I was 8. Have you read any of the Harry Potter books? Yes, I have. I've read all of them. But answer to that, yes, I have. Would you rather have an American or British accent? I used to be obsessed with the American accent depending on where they came from. But now having a child that watches a lot of Americans on YouTube and she starts talking like it actually drives me mad. So I'm glad that I have a British accent. So for that one, I'm going to say British accent. Did your mum go to college? No, she did not. Are your grandparents still married? Yes, they very much are. Have you ever taken karate lessons? Not necessarily karate, but I remember doing taekwondo, if that counts. Do you know who Kermit the Frog is? I will insert a picture if you do not know, but this is Kermit the Frog. I'm pretty sure he's from the Muppets. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he is from the Muppets, and I'm pretty sure he appears in the kids program as well, the Furchester, which is basically sort of like the Muppets in a way. I could be completely wrong, but I definitely know who Kermit the Frog is. He is the green frog. First theme park you ever went to? Well, that is easy. The first theme park that I went to was Alton Towers, I think. It was either Drayton Manor or Alton Towers. I don't really remember Drayton Manor, so I've got a feeling it might have been Alton Towers as my first one ever. But yeah, that was the first one that I went to. The next question is, what language do you wish you spoke fluently in other than your own? I would probably say maybe Spanish or Italian maybe. I did French at school. I know bits, but I don't know it fluently. But obviously where I travel to Spain as often as I can, I say, probably like once a year. Last year I went twice. But it'd just be nice to be able to have a conversation with a Spanish person and actually understand what they're saying, rather than like we all do, us all Brits do it, but we speak to them slowly and as if they're like kids, if their English isn't that great. So that was one that I wish I definitely knew fluently, because that would be fun. How do you spell the colour grey? Do you spell it with an E or an A? Well, obviously I am British, so we spell it with an E. Is your dad bald? No, not yet. Do you know triplets? Yes, we have some that run in the family, and we also had some school friends that were also triplets. So yes, I do know triplets. Do you prefer the Titanic or the Notebook? I definitely have to say Titanic, just because I haven't actually watched the Notebook the whole way through because I got really bored. So I definitely have to say Titanic because it is one of my favourite films. Have you ever had Indian food? Yes, we had Indian food last Wednesday. So yes, I have. What is the name of your favourite restaurant? I don't really eat out that much. But in regards to restaurants, one of my favourite places, this is such a hard one. I'd probably say like recently, the one place that we've probably been to more often than not is probably Chiquitos. It's a Mexican restaurant, and the food is really nice. So I'd probably say Chiquitos. Have you ever been to an Olive Garden? No, I can't say that I have. Do you have a warehouse card? When they say this, I'm sort of assuming here in the UK we have a place called Macro and Booker's. I'm pretty sure there's another one. It's like a big wholesale place where you can buy things in bulk. I used to, but I don't anymore. But no, I no longer have a warehouse card. The next one is kind of like two questions in one, but I'm going to answer it as one. But the next question is, if you could change your name, would you, and why? I don't think I'd change my name. When I was in secondary school, I had a thing about my name, and I said to my mum that when I turned 18 that I would legally change it. Not actually change my name, but change the way it was spelt. So obviously, as you guys know, my name is spelled A-M-Y, and for me, it was just so boring and so short, and all my friends had longer names or more interesting names. So I started to change my name on social media to the way that I wanted to spell it, which was A-I-M-E-E. It was just a phase. Do I want to change my name? No. It is the name that my mum gave me, so it's the name I am going to keep. So the answer to that is no. I don't plan on changing my name, or would I want to? No, not anymore. If you have a nickname, what is it? So I don't necessarily have a nickname. I get called Ames, which is basically just shortening my name. Well, not really, it's just taking a letter out and putting a different one in. But James does call me Pickle. I don't know how I managed to get that nickname, but it is just one that has kind of stuck. So my nickname is currently Pickle. I mean, it could be worse, but you know. Who's your favourite person in the world? I could not answer this just to one person. My favourite people in the world are the people that are closer to me, which is my family. They are my whole world. I would not be able to cope or manage without them. So I can't exactly narrow that down to just one. I would say definitely my closest family. Are you a country or a city person? This is a hard one, just because I have lived in the country. I haven't necessarily lived in a city, like a big city like London or somewhere like that. I definitely say I prefer the country. But if I definitely had to choose one, I'd probably say the country. Just because it is more peaceful and quieter, I guess. Next one's kind of pointless. Can you whistle? Yes, I can. dinosaur. Next question. Do you sleep with a nightlight? Not in my bedroom, but I do keep the landing light on. One, just because I don't actually like the dark, which is kind of sad. Two, I leave it on for Summer because she doesn't like the dark if she wakes up and she comes out of her room and obviously it's dark, so we leave that on. And also our cat doesn't actually like the dark. She is absolutely petrified of the dark. If you don't leave a light on, if you've gone out and you come back, obviously when it's dark, you can hear her meowing because she just generally doesn't like the dark. So that's the reason why I keep the landing light on rather than have a nightlight in my room. Do you eat breakfast every morning? The last like 6 weeks I have been eating breakfast every morning. I have been eating 3 meals a day just because I am now on Slimming World, so they try and encourage you eating 3 decent meals a day rather than skipping one, just because eating 3 decent effective meals is going to be more effective on your weight loss or your journey to getting healthy. So yes, I do. Do you take any pills or medication daily? No, I do not. Do you have any medical conditions? I wouldn't say I do as such. I don't know whether you can class an irregular heartbeat as a medical condition. I'm not really sure. It's something that I never knew I had until I was admitted to hospital for something else, and it came back that I had an irregular heartbeat. Does it affect me? No. Do I have to be careful with things that have higher caffeine levels in? Yes. Just because I don't know how it's going to affect it. Does it affect me with day to day? No, not really. So I guess it kind of is a medical condition, but isn't, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'll leave that one up to you. How many times have you been to hospital? I could not answer this purely because I have been so many times. I have been to hospital lots of times, too many to count on my hands really. So, have you seen Finding Nemo? Yes, I have seen Finding Nemo. Where do you buy your jeans? It depends. I've recently been able to get into Primark jeans. Just because they're cheap and cheerful, and if they do break, they are not that expensive to replace. But I do also like New Look jeans. Hi puss, busy, jump down. See her little whiskers. Or I buy New Look jeans because I really like them and how they fit. Last compliment you got. I think it was in regards to my weight. I wasn't exactly big anyway. And obviously I've been on Slimming World for 6 weeks now, and I've lost half a stone. Well, just over half a stone. I've lost 8.5 pounds. And people are starting to say that it's really starting to show, and I look slimmer in the face. And my tummy's starting to look flat as well, which, you know, it's good. It makes you feel good as well when you get compliments like that, especially when you're putting in the hard work as well. So that was the last compliment I got. Do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? Some I absolutely do, others I don't at all. I sort of wake up and was like, I want to tell someone about this, but I actually can't remember. So it kind of depends as well how much of a deep sleep I'm in, because I find that when I'm in a deeper sleep I can remember them in the morning. But if I'm in a light sleep and I sort of wake up suddenly from one, then I have no idea what has happened basically. So what flavoured tea do you enjoy drinking? I'm not a big tea drinker. But I do just drink your standard tea. I'm not a huge fan on flavoured teas unless I'm ill. Then I do like honey and lemon tea, or anything that's got ginger in. So lemon and ginger, I think I had a lot back in November and December because I was really poorly with a chesty cough and cold. But yeah, normal tea is definitely one that I prefer to drink. How many shoes do you currently own? I own around about 30 plus pairs of shoes, probably too much. The next one's a good one, because it's one that I've definitely thought about a lot. But the question is, do you believe in manifesting? So for those of you that don't know what manifesting is, it's where you nearly every day. Think of something that you want to happen or where you'd like to be. So for me, I don't know, for the sake of saying, you know, I want to move into a house. You think about that every day. You sort of take little steps to getting there, but you sort of manifest it. And they say that when you manifest it, it then becomes true, I guess. But you're the one that's got yourself there. It's not through like potluck or anything like that. It's where obviously you've constantly thought and sort of planned and just said it and gone through it, that it then becomes an actual thing. But this is something I've definitely thought about a lot. I'm not going to rule it out as I don't believe in manifesting. It's just not something that I think of doing. But I'd definitely be interested to know whether any of you guys believe in manifesting. I'm really sorry about this camera angle as well. It's the only place that I have free to film, so it's just gonna have to do. Yeah, but let me know down below whether you guys believe in manifesting or not, or whether you have manifested anything. That would be great to know, because I'm like up and down with it. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's that one. The next one, again, is some of these questions were like completely random, but then I guess that's why it's called a 50 randoms tag. But the next one is, why do you have Twitter? I used to have Twitter and I used to use it a lot, just because it was the in thing when it like first arrived. All my school friends had it. But now as I've got older, I don't tend to use it as much. I try and use it for the good and share information or share my channel or certain videos and things like that. But the reason I had it in the first place was just because it was the in thing to have at the time. And then finally, the last question on this 50 random questions that nobody asks is, what is your dream destination? So for those of you guys that have been around for a while, and I think I've mentioned this in a few of my videos, especially like questions videos or other things I think that I've spoke about when we've said about going on holiday and stuff. My dream destination would be the Maldives. It just looks absolutely incredible. It just looks so peaceful, so tranquil, it just looks amazing. And for someone that doesn't like the ocean, and to stay on the I can't remember the complex of it, but it's the like apartment slash houses that are out on the ocean that you have to walk down. I can't remember what it's called. I was actually talking about it the other day, but that is definitely my dream destination for sure. That would be like incredible if one day I ever get there. That would literally be a dream come true. Maybe that's something I could manifest. The Maldives is definitely my dream destination to go to. So that is it for this video. I do hope you guys have enjoyed it. I enjoyed filming it and just answering these really random and silly questions. Again, like I said, I've seen a couple of these videos, but more on the get to know me sort of level. These are literally random questions that nobody really ever asks. But if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash the thumbs up and also click the subscribe button down below, somewhere around here. But that is it from me, and I will see you in a brand new video very, very soon. Bye!